All right, let's jump right in. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking part 6 of a fantastic 15-part masterclass tutorial called Modern AI Storage, an Architectural Guide. This is put together by Virtualization Options LLC, which, if you don't know them, is a highly respected technology research, education, and advisory organization based out of Colorado. Now, we are zeroing in exclusively on Chapter 6 today, which is all about the high-stakes, absolutely critical architecture of AI checkpointing. Seriously, if you manage data centers, or if you've ever just wondered what keeps these massive AI models from totally crashing and burning during a training run, you are in the exact right place.
Okay, picture this for a second. You're overseeing a massive AI training cluster. You've got literally thousands of GPUs just humming along, chewing through terabytes of data. Everything looks perfectly green on your dashboard. But then, bam! A hardware failure strikes exactly at this number, 23, as in 23 hours into a 24-hour training run. You had just 1 hour left on the clock and a critical component just tripped. If you don't have a proper safety net in place, that single isolated failure means you've just thrown away an entire day of massively expensive GPU compute time. Poof, gone. And when you think about the fact that a single top-tier GPU can cost upwards of $30,000, well, the financial hemorrhage of letting those execution units just sit there stalled out, or worse, totally losing their data, is catastrophic. The stakes in modern AI infrastructure aren't just high, they are astronomical.
So what is that safety net? In the industry, we call it checkpointing. Basically, this is the periodic saving of the full model state to persistent storage. It's your lifeline. It's the AI equivalent of hitting save right before a massive boss fight, enabling your training job to just resume from a known good state after a hardware failure, a software crash, or even if you just need to intentionally interrupt the process. But here's the catch. Because modern large language models are so incredibly huge, this process is quite literally one of the most storage-intensive operations in all of AI training. When we actually trigger this safety net, we aren't just saving a simple little text file. Oh no. We are rapidly offloading a massive payload that essentially contains the AI's entire brain state. We're talking about optimizer states, model weights, learning rate schedules, and training step counters. The whole shebang. For the big frontier models we see today, this single snapshot can reach into the hundreds of terabytes. And it all has to be moved flawlessly and unbelievably fast.
Now, here's where it gets really wild. This massive payload has to be extracted directly from the GPU while it is right in the middle of a highly complex training loop. It's kind of like trying to perform open-heart surgery on a marathon runner while they're actively sprinting. You can't just power everything down for an hour to copy files over. The storage layer has to swoop in, capture the active execution state straight from the GPU's high bandwidth memory, and then get the heck out of the way immediately.
So, how exactly do we move all this data without starving the GPUs? Well, Chapter 6 breaks this down into the anatomy of a checkpoint, which is a strict 3-step process. Step 1 is the checkpoint trigger, which might be periodic, time-based, or triggered on demand right before some planned maintenance. Step 2 is in-memory serialization. This is packaging up that model state and moving it down from the GPU to the host server. And finally, Step 3 is the asynchronous write to storage. This is where we stream that data out to persistent drives while the AI model immediately gets back to work, resuming its training.
Let's look a little closer at Step 2 for a second. During this phase, that serialized state has to rapidly migrate from the GPU down to the host DRAM buffers. Now, this hop right here, this is frequently the latency critical path. In fact, it's very often the major bottleneck of the entire operation. Why? Because shoving hundreds of gigabytes from GPU memory into host memory in real time basically tests the absolute physical limits of your internal server interconnects.
Which brings us to the core conflict of modern AI storage architecture. It's this fundamental, brutal tension between resilience and productivity. On one hand, you obviously want to save your progress as often as humanly possible, right? You want resilience against crashes. But on the other hand, every single time you pause to write hundreds of terabytes to storage, your massively expensive GPUs are just sitting there doing nothing. It kills your training throughput. If you save too often, you ruin your productivity. But if you save too rarely, you risk absolutely devastating data loss.
So, how do we solve this? Well, the guide introduces our architectural hero for this exact problem: asynchronous tiered checkpointing. The entire solution hinges on this one brilliant core insight.
Durability does not require immediate persistence to the slowest storage tier. Let that sink in for a second. To keep your checkpoint safe, you do not need to write it all the way down to some slow object store or a tape drive that exact second. You simply need a valid copy of that model state to exist somewhere in the storage hierarchy before you throw away the old one.
So here is exactly how that insight is put into practice. By writing checkpoints to exceptionally fast local storage first, you dramatically minimize the amount of time the GPU actually has to pause. The GPUs basically just dump their payload locally in a flash, and then boom, they get right back to work. Meanwhile, the system just takes its time migrating that data from local storage over to your highly durable shared network storage completely in the background.
The migration flow is actually really elegant. First, the checkpoint hits a lightning-fast local NVMe flash drive, which gives the GPU that immediate relief it needs. Then, completely behind the scenes, that data safely travels over the network to your high-capacity parallel file system servers. The best part? The compute layer remains entirely oblivious to this background data movement.
When you map this out to the overall data availability boundary, you get this beautiful cascading effect. Up at the very top, in the GPU high-bandwidth memory, active execution is happening in mere nanoseconds. When a checkpoint triggers, it drops down to the host RAM in microseconds, quickly hitting that local NVMe. And then, it safely trickles down the rest of the storage hierarchy over time. Because of this intelligent tiering, the active execution at the very top remains completely 100% uninterrupted by the slow, petabyte-scale storage hanging out at the bottom.
As we wrap up this explainer on Chapter 6 of Virtualization Options Architecture Guide, I want to leave you with a provocative question. Take a hard look at your own data center strategy and ask yourself, is your storage architecture protecting your model, or is it secretly bottlenecking your GPUs? Remember, a storage system that keeps your data perfectly safe but forces your GPUs to sit idle 30% of the time is a massive net negative for your infrastructure investment. Mastering asynchronous tiered checkpointing is exactly how you win back that time. Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive, and keep building smart.